This is Buying Australian, Episode 2, recorded on September 13th, 2009. For more information, you can visit our blog at www.buyingaustralian.blogspot.com.
Hi, and welcome to Buying Australia, Episode 2. I am Sam and I am joined by Tegan.
Hi!
In today's episode, we will be identifying some brands that you thought were Australian.
Before we do that, I'd like to play a game. Okay, so the rules of the game are, I'm going to give you two brands, and you're going to tell me which brand you think is foreign owned. I have three sets of different brands here, and I want you to tell me which one of them is foreign owned. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. So the first brands are Aerogard or PD Toys. Which one do you think is the foreign brand?
Well, Aerogard, everybody in Australia knows Aerogard. So it's got to be PD Toys.
PD Toys is in fact Australian owned and Aerogard is in fact foreign owned. Okay, now for the next one. The next one is Yomix or Aussie Gold.
Well, Aussie Gold has to be Australian owned. It's Aussie Gold.
You would imagine so, but that is in fact incorrect. Aussie Gold is foreign owned and Yomix is Australian owned. Now I've won 2 out of 3, which means I've won the whole game, but because I spent so much time looking up the last one, we should play it anyway.
Okay, Tegan.
So, your question is, which one is foreign owned? Aeroplane Jelly or Timboon?
Aeroplane Jelly, I reckon.
Okay, Aeroplane Jelly would be correct.
Well, now it's time for the second part of the show where we tell you about some brands that we thought and possibly you thought were Australian owned.
Okay, so the first one is Emu, and they make beer. Obviously, we thought Emu was an Australian-owned company because the Emu is, in fact, Australian.
The next one we had on the list was Cadbury Chocolate. Cadbury Chocolate used to be Australian owned, but now it got bought by America, so it's not Australian owned anymore.
Okay, the next one after that is Koala, which is also a brand of chocolate. You would have thought Koala, like Emu, would have been Australian owned because the koala is also, in fact, an Australian animal.
The next one of these is Vegemite. Vegemite is like a spread that you put on toast, and it's always promoted itself as being Australian and it comes from Australia and stuff, but it's actually foreign owned because it's owned by Kraft.
Okay, so the next one is Billabong. They make ice creams, but you would have thought Billabong would have been an Australian-owned company because of the name. Just Billabong's a very Australian word.
The next one we had was The Australian, which is a newspaper. It's pretty obvious why we thought The Australian would be Australian because of the name, but it's owned overseas.
Okay, the next one after that is Australian Fresh. They sell cold drinks. It's also obvious why we thought this one would have been Australian-owned because it has the word Australia in it.
The second last one we had was Aussie Gold, which makes cheese. Again, it's obvious why we thought Aussie Gold would be Australian.
So the last one on our list is Australian Body Care, which is pharmaceuticals. We obviously chose this because it has the word Australian in it, and it's not Australian-owned. So that concludes our list of brands that we thought would have been Australian-owned and that you probably thought were Australian-owned too. We hope you enjoyed it.
And that concludes episode 2 of Buying Australian. For more information, you can go to
www.buyingaustralian.blogspot.com. We hope you learnt something new today. See ya! For more information about anything you heard on the show today, you can visit our blog at www.buyingaustralian.blogspot.com. Thanks for listening.